Hey guys, welcome to What's on Linux. I recently discovered Breach and Clear. I know this has been out for a little while right now. It's been on Linux for, I believe, a month, maybe 2 months. Not entirely sure. I believe I picked this up in a Humble Bundle. I just started playing this yesterday, have about 2 hours in, and it is a wonderful tactical squad shooter. I didn't say shooter, it's more of a tactical strategy. It's quite literally breaching and clearing. So you're given a squad to start with. You make a new squad. This is my squad, the first squad I made. This is based on my brother, this guy right here, D. Stobbs. He is in the Canadian Army. I'm using JTF2, which of course is the Joint Task Force, the Canadian Army version of kind of Army Rangers or Green Berets, all those other fancy things that the US seems to think they need to have 100 specialized teams for. In Canada, we have JTF2, which is our elite soldiers. So, as I was saying, when you first start the game, you get to create your own squad, which is nice. You can create a squad. Silver. Do I have silver? Yes. Okay. So you can create a squad based on the JTF2 of Canada, Army Rangers of the United States, Army Special Forces, I believe again of the United States, Navy SEALs of the United States. I don't know where the SAS is or the KSK. The Spetsnaz are the Russian Special Forces. Let's see what that is. No, never mind. Let's not do that. When you first start, I do recommend you take the tutorial mission. It will teach you everything you need to know, all the basics of first breaching a room and then clearing said room. Again, that is the basis of the entire game. You are breaking down doors, you are clearing rooms of enemies. Let's take a look at the settings here. It's not a lot going on. You can have floating soldier names, damage tickers. I'm keeping that on because I like to see how good my soldiers are doing, whether they're dodging or not. It's a good way to tell. Floating soldier names, that's a preference thing. I turned it off because my soldiers are pretty easy to tell apart, at least for me. Permanent death. This means that, well, your soldiers can die permanently. They will die, they will not come back, so you have to be extra careful. I do not have this turned on right now because I'm not the greatest at this yet. Still learning how to do some of it. I still haven't figured out how to get grenades for the life of me, which would really help because I have a demolitions expert who gets a bonus using explosives and grenades. Can't use them. In-game tooltits, good to have. Just always good to have. You can set your screen resolution. 1920 by 1028 is kind of strange, but it goes all the way up. Then you just cycle through them, adding each individual level. Go full screen, VSync, anti-aliasing, which is always good. Very simple controls. WASD to move the camera around, Q and E to rotate, zoom the camera with the scroll wheel. You can go over the shoulder or top-down view, isometric I should say, or top-down view, which is very nice. You can go over the shoulder cam for each of your soldiers, which I have yet to do. It's just not something I really needed yet. I might try it during the video just to see how it's going. You can undo waypoints that you create, and we'll get into that in the game. Memorial, this is for any soldiers you have who died. Again, I don't have any fallen soldiers because I'm too much of a wimp to turn on permanent death. Might do that in a later playthrough. So these are the missions. These first missions are quite simple. And you can see you have star ratings up here. Did I not do this mission, or did I just do really bad on it? Might have just done really bad on it. So let's start off by, we'll actually jump into this mission. It's the very first mission you get to do after your tutorial mission. Terrorists has taken over a new American-Afghan business trade center with the intent to destroy it. Secure a foothold within the building. Okay, so we are going to jump into this mission and I'll show you some of what this game is about. Now, on some missions, not all missions, but on quite a few missions actually, you're given this option to select which door to breach. You can either go with both doors or pick just one of them. Again, so Q and E rotating, W, A, S, and D to rotate the camera around. And then top-down view, isometric view. Really helps for figuring things out. Now, as you can see, we have some small rooms, not a lot going on here. So, probably best to, in this first room, we'll have my breacher and my intelligence officer. The breacher has a shotgun. That's the one based on my younger brother. He has a shotgun, which works really well in those smaller, closer quarter area. And he's going to breach normal. And then at the second door, we have my weapons sergeant and fire team leader. Now, fire team leader gives bonuses to any team squad mates who are near him, which is why I've got him going with my weapons sergeant, who actually has a light machine gun. Not the most accurate weapon, needs a little bit of a bonus to get him going. My intelligence officer can see 360 degrees around him within a certain radius of himself. So basically, if I'm walking forward and there happens to be guys to the left or right of me, this guy will actually detect they're there and turn to shoot them, which is good. So now, team is ready. We jump in and we start planning. We're going to start with my breacher. And I am going to send him in first, pointing in this direction. Bring him to the door and have him actually breach that room.
Done. Yes, sir.
How did I do this last time? Alright, so we need some cover. So we're going to set this guy to cover there. And then move up here. See, so you can set multiple waypoints. I want him to move up there and point towards the door. Okay, so say I didn't want to do that. Control Z, I can move it, and I can just move this guy around and have him move up there directly. I can set extra waypoints in here. This is where top-down view comes in handy. So you can see I have 2 waypoints set up for man. He's going to run into this room, go straight ahead, go this way, and once he gets to this spot, he's going to glance that way to cover the door.
Yes, sir.
Now we have Brant, who's going to try and draw the fire of any people in here. We're going to want him to come over here and cover this side of the door. But when he first comes in, we want him to actually cover that side of the room. So when we bring Wilcox in, who will suppress using his light machine gun, we're going to bring him all the way over here, and he's going to cover the whole room. Okay, so then when you're all done, you think you have a good plan, you press breach. Now let's go over the shoulder here. There's my over-the-shoulder view of man. There's Brant. He's taking people out. Wilcox is now covering, suppressing fire.
Stay sharp.
And my breacher has successfully breached that door. Apparently there's a guy right in front of him. So we want him to come here, go that way, but stay going forward and shoot this guy on sight.
Check your corners.
Yes, man, you will. I'm not really worried about you breaching that door. I want him to actually run in here and cover the room. And we'll keep him pointed that way. Now, Brent, you have already fixed that door. That's no problem. So we'll have you run up there, cover that room.
Got it.
Wilcox. We want Wilcox to actually come and breach this room. There we go. Now see?
All clear.
All clear. All done. It's very easy to pick up, very difficult to master. So you see, the first time I played this, I got 1 star. This time I got 4 stars. The first time I played this, I actually had 2 soldiers critically injured, which is bad. Very bad. When you finish a mission, you get this screen, which all of your soldiers will gain experience individually. You can see I've got them all at level 9 so far. You get XP bonuses based on how many stars you've done. You get money bonuses based on how many stars you've managed to accomplish. And you also, with all the stars, get to unlock different weapons. So as you can see here, none of these guys leveled up this time around, so I won't get to do anything there. If I wanted to, I could jump straight into the next mission. If I thought I could do something better, I would just restart the mission. In this case, I'm going to save and quit. And we're going to check out the marketplace. Now, there's all sorts of different things you can buy. Weapons, gear, all of it. You can get suppressors. I'm sure this is going to come in handy later. You can get lights, which are going to be good for light missions. Or dark missions. I'm actually going to get some lights. I'm going to want 4 because I have 4 squad members and each of them should have a light. I'm not really worried about the rest of those just yet, but we'll take a look at them here. So guns. We have the M4A1 SOP mod. Now, I don't know a lot about guns. I really don't. But they're all pretty basic. If you just look at the stats over here, accuracy, noise, damage, rate of fire, and the range. So this one is great within 50 meters. Has really good rate of fire. It shoots every 0.6 seconds, which is really good. 50 damage, which is kind of low, not the greatest. You have ways of increasing that with add-ons though, so it's not so bad. Light machine gun, this is not a damage dealing weapon. This is all about noise and suppressing fire. So that's why I gave it to my weapons sergeant. He's great at suppressing fire. We've got breacher shotgun, very short range, very poor rate of fire, huge damage. Let's see everything I've got here. All these different weapons are unlocked. You need 2,100 stars in order to unlock this last weapon. I'm not sure what that is. Don't know. MK18 mod 0 and mod 1. You can see it's just a minor difference between damage and the rate of fire. So higher rate of fire on the mod 1, higher damage, more expensive. You can see how much it costs down in this corner right here. MK16, this is being used by 2 of my guys right now. It's actually not bad. But, you know, I haven't looked at these weapons that I just unlocked, so I think I'm going to look at these. What's the difference between the C8A2, JTF2, C8A2? That's just the way they look. So I may actually purchase one of these. There we go. Now, if I want to get, say, let's get a UAV. We'll get 1 UAV. We can use lockpicks for silent entry, breach charges, and get defibrillators, which is always good. Get different kinds of headgear, which is always nice. They'll affect your speed and your health for the most part. So like this one gives you less speed. Sorry, wait a minute. Improves movement speed and distance unit you can travel each round. Yeah, so that lowers my speed a little bit, but gives me better health. See, so you can see there's pros and cons to having all of these. Face gear doesn't seem to have any stats whatsoever. It's all just cosmetic. Vests is really where it's at as far as giving health bonuses. Like you've got this one, 175 health bonus. My breacher is currently wearing that because he's supposed to be the first one into the room. Doesn't need to be fast, but I want him to be the first one in the room. And he's walking around with a big ass shotgun, taking out whoever gets in his way. It works out quite well. And you already saw the consumables. So with the different weapons, they each have add-ons you can get. Different optics. So these are like the iron sights and all that type of thing, just the sights. Infrared, so laser sights, and just things to better target things. You can see it always adds to the accuracy. That's all it ever adds. Again, you get different grips, which add to your accuracy. Always nice. Different lights adds to accuracy, especially when you are in dark areas, I'm guessing. Suppressors, this will take away damage and accuracy, but also decrease noise, which it's probably going to be good later on when there's more enemies and you're going up against more organized forces. So the gas systems, you have the just different types of things that'll add damage, accuracy, noise levels. It's really based on what kind of characters you're going to have, what your soldiers are best at. Like, if you have a guy who's really bad accuracy and really high damage already, you probably don't want to give him the short stroke gas system, because it makes him even worse unless you're going to use it just on your light machine gunners, so you're suppressing fire guys, because then it doesn't matter, and if they hit, they'll do more damage, but chances are they're not there to do the hitting to begin with. Different triggers helps with your accuracy, noise, and rate of fire, so better trigger, better rate of fire. Competitive trigger seems to be the best of the bunch here. I'm actually going to buy one or two of those. I'll get two of them. Why not? And then to get all that on there, you can go back with your squad. So you see here I've got my Breacher, who has an optic system, and he has one of the gas systems on it. I can't remember exactly what he's got. But I can't use suppressors, as you can see. We want to add more to the rate of fire and more to the accuracy of the shotgun. It's just better to have better accuracy. So again, if anybody can tell me how to get some frag grenades or med kits, that would be great. I would love to be able to use that, but I don't know how. If we go on to my weapons sergeant, you can see I have him in a ball cap because it helps him move faster, get into position faster. And he's using the light machine gun with some optics and a grip. And do I have anything else for him? Can't use gas, can't use triggers. So let's add a light, because why not? It doesn't affect anything, doesn't hurt it, just helps. And now this guy is using, I believe that's the MK16. He's got, let's add that competitive trigger. He's going to add a light as well. And nope, don't need any of that, or suppressors. Now he's my fire team leader. He may be the first in or out, doesn't matter. He's generally well-rounded. He's pretty good. He's not doing bad. Now this is my intelligence guy. I'm actually going to switch his weapon out, but first I want to make sure that I have right stuff here. So, let's see. Accuracy goes up, damage goes up, rate of fire goes up by going to the JTF2. So I'm going to actually go to the JTF2 instead of the MK18. Now, all of your guys start off with these weapons, JTF2s. We're going to equip all of our stuff on this weapon here. Gonna get a light. Do I have any triggers, gas, suppressors? No. Alright, so as you can see, with your guns, you can actually paint them. This one I gave kind of a army green color. You can use dirty brown, you can use mud brown, desert brown. Whatever, you can use, I'm gonna use desert brown for this guy, because why not? Really, why not? Clothes. You have no clothes to equip. You're going in naked. Let's see. Do we want to have basic plate carrier? Yeah, let's do that. Headgear. So you can see we can change our headgear around. Give him a little more speed and health. So we'll do that. Now, as you can see, you can also paint the grips. So say we want to use a metal grip. There we go. We'll have that. We want the optics to be a bright blue, because why not? We can do that too. And let's make the light orange. Because, again, why the hell not? So, as you can see, this guy is a little more flamboyant compared to the rest of the squad. Now, we're going to jump into a bit of a more advanced mission. Try one I haven't done yet, actually. Let's try this one in Germany. A terrorist cell has been identified within the Black Forest. Send your team in to find out what the terrorists are up to. Engage and neutralize all targets. So, let's use a UAV, and we'll keep that on normal. Then we'll launch, and we'll see what we can find out. With any luck, the UAV will tell us where people are positioned. So, it's scanning for hostiles. Hostiles there, inside the building. So there's actually quite a few hostiles. So as you can see, we've only got the one door to go through. We've got 1, 2, 3 hostiles in the first instance here. So this is going to be a little difficult. Well, we want to get Breacher going in first. We will use our suppressing fire next, followed by the other two. Yeah, so team is ready. Now we're planning. Okay.
Done.
So, Breacher has a shotgun. We have a frag grenade. No, oh, that's how you use it. You just take it out of there. Okay. Well, we want to get the Breacher going first. We'll actually send him that way and make him go there. We've got our suppressing fire guys. We want you to suppress fire in that direction.
Consider it done.
We have our fire team leader. We want you to head there. Shoot in that direction.
Yes, sir.
And you, we want covering those doors. And breach.
Yes,
So, as you can see, suppressing fire. They are now drawing fire for me to make sure that when more people come in, I'm not going to die horribly.
Stay sharp.
Now, we're going to get Brant. We're actually going to get him to run over this way behind cover. Keeping in that direction. Keeping in that direction, yeah. And then we want him to finish off over here, covering there.
Roger.
Wilcox is suppressing fire. We would like Wilcox to run up the side of the building and suppress fire along him.
On it.
Breacher. He is best used for breaching, obviously. So we're going to bring him here. He's going to cover the door right off the bat. And man, we are going to get you to cover that side as well. Go. So as you can see, soldiers down. Wilcox is down because these guys snuck up behind him and shot him. That's it. They just shot him. So we are going to get my brother to come this way. And you're going to cover the door. But while you're going this way, you're going to lean slightly that way to take him out.
Yes, sir.
Brant. I would like you to cover up here. No, let's not do that because that's just horrible. That's a bad decision. Now, it is valid to just leave them sitting right there. So that's what we're going to do.
Got it.
And man, I would like you to cover this side. Breach.
Roger.
Okay, so we've got a sniper. That is the problem. We have a sniper who is actually taking my guys out. One at a time here. So this could be a bit of a problem.
Stay sharp.
We'll get my brother going in. He will... Well, like I said, he's a tough guy, so he's just going to run in and take him out.
Consider it done.
And we'll see if man can take that out. Go!
Done.
Oh my lord. I am getting my ass kicked right now. Alright, so we'll send my brother up here and we'll keep him towards that door. Breach. Okay, next planning phase 6. Okay. Keep pointing towards the door. There we go, and we want you to breach. See? Look at that. Oh, I'm going to come out here and that sniper is going to kick my ass. So, we actually want to head that way. We'll cover there. When we come out, we want you pointing that way. So, I'm making sure he's checking every direction as he goes here. And... let's remove that. We'll just keep you there. Breach. And there. I lost. So, that's what happens when you lose, guys. Mission failure. View the after action report. My guys aren't dead, luckily, so I can always jump in and restart the mission. So guys, as far as Breach and Clear goes, you can get it right now on Steam, on Windows and Linux. Not sure about Mac, don't really care. $19.99 will get you Breach and Clear. That's in US dollars. It is definitely worth the buy. This is an awesome game. I've been having lots of fun with it. I'm going to keep having lots of fun with it. If you like real-time strategy or turn-based strategy, you will probably love this. If you like the idea of planning out every single part of your battle strategy, you will probably love this game. So, I am Sovahkiin. This has been Breach and Clear on Linux. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.